Good morning. So yesterday I put out a video explaining that Donald Trump has declassified a hell of a lot of documents, totally unredacted them, meaning no black lines through the documents. And I hear it's over a foot tall, these documents. And immediately I got questions in my email box, as well as questions, one or two questions in the comment section of the video. Where did I hear this? Because they didn't hear it. I didn't hear this. Where'd you hear it from? You know, that demeanor, that what I'm saying is false. And I responded to these folks. Well, I saw it on Newsmax, and the same news was on Fox News. And immediately I was getting some responses back. Well, I can't trust the news. Well, where the hell you want me to get the information from? I don't have an inside source to the White House or the CIA or the FBI, and neither do they. So where are you getting your news from? I don't trust any of them, they say. CNN, I don't know who to trust anymore. No, you need to go back to your instincts, okay? You need to go back to your instincts and figure out who's telling the truth. It's no different than two people approaching you during your normal life, and each one is telling you a story that opposes the other. And you basically look at them and you listen to them, and you figure out the style and the manner in which they're trying to convince you. And you can normally decipher who's lying to you, unless they're really good con artists. What I'm saying is, you're going to need to listen to both styles of news. You're going to need to listen to the CNN types, as well as the Fox News types. And you will see that there is actually a difference in style. One side is angry and yelling and insulting. The other side is calm and intellect. Listen to both styles and you will see for yourself. Your instincts will take over. I know society, college, public schools have all taught people not to think for themselves. Don't think for yourself, and don't trust your inner feelings. You need to trust only us. Wrong, folks. Go back to your instincts, okay? You will know who's telling you the truth if you listen to each one long enough. And that's right. You're gonna have to listen to both sides of the argument before you can determine which is the truth. So that I made another video yesterday. I put out, and I meant to say false flag in it. And I don't know what I said. Someone left a comment, hey, you mistakenly did not say false flag. I might have said red flag, or I don't know what the hell I said. But you gotta understand, I get in this car, I'm half asleep. I haven't even had, that really was my first, actually this might be my first sip of coffee. I haven't even woken up yet when I'm doing these videos. So I'm tripping over my own tongue and whatnot. So for those folks, Google false flag, okay? Google it, and you'll understand what I meant by my previous video in the day. I think I put out 2 videos yesterday. Other than that, nothing else to report. I did want to say something, but before I say it, excuse me. Before I say it, if you haven't subscribed, I appreciate it if you do so. Give me a thumbs up, and it helps the videos. The higher ranking a video gets with the thumbs up, the more it is dispersed. And obviously, I really could use that kind of help right now. So it's also coming out, you could tell when the news media outlets are lying, because as soon as a as soon as something happens, and I'm gonna give you an example. This is not to start an argument. I'm just using this as an example. I noticed this back when the Twin Towers were hit by planes. I knew something was wrong because normally an investigation needs to take place. But immediately after the towers fell, I don't even know if it was after the towers fell. I think it might have been after the first plane struck. Without any type of investigation, the news media outlets, every last one of them, all 20 of them, everybody was reciting the same verbiage. They already knew. In addition to that, they already knew who the guilty party was. It is amazing. There's no way the FBI did that investigation and then had time to call the news media outlets to inform them. It was like, boom. It was like it was predetermined before it happened. That's just an example. I noticed the same thing on Capitol Hill, the riot on our Capitol. I noticed that. When I was watching that riot and I'm getting to my point. When I was watching that riot live, I noticed something very odd. Yes, these people were wearing Trump hats. Yes, these people were wearing and holding Trump flags, because some of them draped them around their necks like capes. But what I also noticed was the caliber of people did not seem to match the caliber of Trump supporters I've seen in the last 4 years in various rallies, at various other protesters when they went there just to counter protest. So they've been at protests before, and I did not see that level of violence before. I've never seen that. Their actions did not match typical Trump supporters. Now, when you take a look at the video, again, I'll get to the point. When you take a look at the video, the actual people that were actually breaking glass and kicking in doors, those people just did not seem to be true Trump supporters. I think the people that followed them were, and got blamed for it. Saying that, my point is, immediately after that happened, all 20 news outlets, without any investigation or anything, it was all the Trump supporters. It was the thousands upon thousands. Blame them all. It was Trump supporters without any time for investigation. I mean, common sense, getting back to the beginning of this video, common sense took over. And just because they were wearing the uniform of Trump, the hats and the flags and whatnot, common sense took over. And I was able to decipher. But immediately, the news outlets, all 20 of them, had the same freaking scripts, the same adjectives to describe these people. You would think that one or two of the news media outlets would have said, well, a handful. And someone would have said, well, it would have been 50. And then some of them might have said, okay, it was all 20 or 30,000 of them. No, they all had the same thing. It was the entire crowd. But it was the timing is what troubles me. Immediately, without any time and any type of investigation, boom! You know when they're lying to you, when after an event happens, regardless if it was the Twin Towers, regardless if it was the Capitol Hill, regardless if it's an event in our future, when they immediately come out before even taking a moment to investigate, you know they're trying to ram something down your throat. They're trying to program you. You got to trust what's in here and not what you're hearing on television. That's just the way it is, folks. Your instincts many of the times are right, and I'll get back to saying this. You're gonna need to listen to the news, regardless of whether you like it or not, and you're gonna need to listen to both sides. I always say this: you need to know your enemy in order to be able to defeat it. That's just the way it is. But you also need to listen to both sides of the story, very much like a detective or a cop. You need to listen to both sides of the story and see the actions and the demeanor of each person and how they're communicating. Trust your instincts. Take care.